That's why you gotta be very, very mindful, man. You know, like I said, you don't want your sons being gang bangers and out here living the street life, because one thing for sure gonna happen is that they gonna receive they gonna receive death. They gonna even probably get the family killed, just like the rapper did when he got his family killed. That's a very hurt thing, or they might get themselves killed. But if you playing the street game, one thing about playing the game or in the game, you just as sure as you win, you gotta accept that you're gonna lose. You ain't gonna just take all losses in the game. You're gonna take some wins, but just as fast as you win, you gotta accept that you're gonna lose, and that lose can be 20 years in prison. That lose can be you losing the mobility in your arms and limbs, or being paralyzed, or taking a loss from a family member or a fellow brother. So you don't want to play games with your life. You want to deal with things that's substantial, like knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and you move that way. Knowledge is awareness. Wisdom is you applying the knowledge, and understanding is you being one with the knowledge. You being one with the knowledge. So and one thing like Tupac said, man, just be to yourself, stay to yourself. Stop thinking you got so many friends. A person out of full lifetime is, is only blessed with one or two friends out of your whole entire life. Family gonna teach you when they do bad things and negative things to you. They gonna teach you people that got your same blood, people that love you, how they do you wrong. Somebody who ain't got your same blood, don't have the same genealogical disposition as you, they gonna do you worse. Family is to remind you of that fact. So out of a person's lifespan, you may meet 10,000 people. Let's just make that to be average hypothetically. You're only gonna find maybe 5 women that was meant for you, and you only gonna get maybe 5 or 10 friends that were meant for you. So you gotta recognize and understand that friends don't come every day. You don't wake up in the morning and just go to a club and go to a couple of bars or randomly talk to people and start a conversation and get friendships and relations. Nah, it don't work like that. You're not gonna meet nobody special. You're just gonna constantly bump your head and go down a slippery slope. You'll get yourself into a situation that you can't climb yourself out of just because you chose to affiliate or associate yourself with somebody. If they gang banging, automatically once you join that gang or you start making it relevant, making it known that this who you subscribe to, these are people that you hang around, then you become part of them, one of them, even if you're not participating in the same activities. So as soon as you join the gang, you automatically got enemies. And when you by yourself, you don't have no enemies at all. The day you join that gang, you got enemies because they have done negative and wicked things to people. Or they got criminal charges that's suing them, or indictments that's suing them. You pick up those same indictments, those same charges, is what I'm saying. So don't join gangs, because everybody wake up in the morning, you're going to have people that love you, and fast as you recognize that you got people that love you, you're going to have people that hate you. So you don't need your haters plus 30, 40 other individuals, haters too, that you hang with. You hang around this person, this person, this person, this person. So you absorb their hatred, they haters too. You absorb their attacks too, that's suing on them. Just because you affiliated or associated with them, you got to deal with that same pressure because of them. So stop hanging around so many people and understand, black man, black woman, anybody, any race, more power to us all. You know what I'm saying? And God be the judge and the king. So God only bless you with one or two people in your lifetime to help you through this journey. And we've been to trick those people off, mess those people off, and disrespect and cuss those people out, trying to make ourselves feel big way before we recognize who they is. Because once you leave something good or forsaking somebody that's good, you're only running into the hands of somebody that's bad. The good woman, the righteous woman, you don't want to be the person to find out that she was the right one for you 10 years later, 20 years later. You don't want to be that woman that knew that, you know what I'm saying, that the right man for you, you've been ran him off 10, 20 years ago. Nah, we don't want to move like that. So, we all want to be diligent and do due diligence with everything God allows to hear and everything God allows to see and every person that God brings in our vicinity and our presence. See, wise people take advantage of a disadvantage. Something that disadvantageable to them, they take advantage of it. When people throw salt on your name, dirt on your name, and lie on you and spread horrible rumors, they take advantage of that. Even if that taking advantage is not something that's involving them, it's involving you empowering yourself, using the fuel from a hater. Haters are sent to motivate you, not to demotivate you. Haters are sent to motivate you, not to get you down. No, to make you say, you know what? I'm going to show you, and that should build you up and give you innovation and motivation against your haters. So, you can't get mad because you got haters, but don't be glad because you got haters, because it's a hurtful thing, because the people that you get the hate from are the people that you gave the most love to. So you need haters. I mean, that's why a wise man, a wise person asked God one day, why do you make food? You make the righteous man, the righteous woman. What is the purpose of you making a fool, God? We don't need fools on this planet. They call it all the violence and all the drama. Why make fools? And then you came to an understanding when God told him, I made food for the righteous man and the righteous woman to be able to learn from what to do and what not to do, and why to do and why not to do it when they see the fool is slaughtered, when they see the fool is reaching extreme calamities and troubles, jail time, bullet wounds. Don't gang bang, don't dope slang. Don't go out here and try to be a harlot if you're a female. Don't go out here and be a sodomite if you're a man. Women that engage in harlotry, they get found in the back of a dead alley all the time. They reach and meet deaths, they get killed. But one thing about sodomites and those who try to dress themselves up, so like it says in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5, that a man should not put on there what pertains to a woman should not put on a man's garment. Those who do that, transforming type of activity, those men get taken. They reach a physical demise more than women that are engaged in harlotry, whoredom. That's the reason why God wants us to live a healthy life here, and healthy means something that is knowledgeable or holy. The word healthy and holy mean the same thing. A lot of people ask me, what the zombie effect is. The zombie or the vampiric or the vampire effect is, you got to be careful where you allow your children to go, because once they become teenagers, they start coming into contact with extreme levels and amounts of temptation. And that temptation is people trying to get them to, use alcohol. It's temptation, people trying to get them to smoke tobacco, cigarettes, black and mild, to use intoxicants. And the zombie effect is once they, you gotta be careful. Keep your teenagers close to you. That's a very vulnerable state, because when you're a child, you follow. Well, when you get grown, you follow God. But the stages though, when you're a child, you don't know God. Your mind don't have the capacity to think of numbers, to think of addition, to think of multiplication, to think of what and who God is. When you're 1, 2, and 3 years old, so when you're a child, you follow your parents. Once you become an adolescent or a teenager, you follow your friends. You care more about what your friends think. And some people never grow out of that stage, trying to live their second childhood. But once you become an adult, you become your own leader, and you are being led by you following God, what God says right. You're following the road of morality, what is right over choosing what is wrong. Some people never grow into that stage until they get in their 50s and 60s. But you go from a child following your parents, because they the only representation of a God. Then you go to a teenager, you following your friends. Then you reach that third stage where you become an adult, where you're following out of yourself, you're following God. You don't need your friends, you don't need to be popular. You're more concerned about handling business and being prudent, taking care of getting a job, working, going to school, working. You're more about establishing yourself, making a soft bed for you when you get in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You got a soft bed instead of you having to sleep on other people's couch, other people's floor, or other people's, you know what I'm saying, on their bridge. So you got to be very, very mindful as parents. Keep your teenagers close to you, because that's a very vulnerable stage versus them being behind an apartment building, taking intoxicants, sherm and other things, or being inside somebody's car, just sitting there engaging in cannabis or sherm or whatever else, or alcohol. You want to keep them close to you. If you don't do that, you let the job take advantage. You sacrifice your child for the job. You come back after work and you retire. You come home, you don't have no child, because once your child get affected by the zombie effect or the vampiric effect, meaning your child got snake bitten, they on drugs, they on alcohol. It's not your child no more.